If you want to do it, I'm gonna just be yapping. I just rant. You know what I mean? Are we going live 9 to 5?
I mean,
oh, are we on?
yeah.
Okay, bet. Anyway, y'all see, I get congested. We learning new. My guy, he want this live, man. This is the first live we're going in. Let me get that.
Look here, I'm just backup support, man. This is Kevin from DBT Studios. What's up, everybody?
Yeah, this is a nice intro. This is how we're gonna do our intro. We are very accustomed to it. So, hey, he in the house. Say what's up for him. You know what I mean? He told me to stay away from this, so I'm gonna have to stay away. Yeah, I told y'all I'm gonna get adjusted to this life here in a second. My guy, it's up to you if you like to keep going. Oh yeah, I'm definitely.
So yeah, my name's Kevin. Thanks for tuning in to the first episode of Larry Live. I'm gonna give you a minute, Larry, because I know you already got your people following on live. If you want to hop on,
yes,
give them a log in.
Listen, hey, we going. Listen. I'm gonna tell y'all now. It's gonna be a game changer. Do not expect any type of anything that you have ever experienced when you checking out this live. So do not sit down and try to put me any type of structure of understanding of how it's gonna happen. All right, just sit back, enjoy the show. But I ain't gonna lie though, give me 1 second. Let me share this with my other part of my audience. You know what I mean? We got to get this thing going. This is the very first live, so we got to get this thing cracking.
So Larry, go ahead and do your thing. Get people invited up, and so. Just as an announcement to all the fans of Black Thoughts, I just want to go ahead and thank y'all for tuning in to Larry's first episode of his show. And look, we're going to be dropping more and more shows as we go along. Thanks for tuning in again. I might be dropping on a live after this.
Hey, listen. Hey, and I'm gonna tell y'all this. This is straight clarity, man. We coming at you all with some new, improved. And I guess it's interesting perspective. So we got to lock this thing in, man. We got to lock it in because guess what? We got so much to share with y'all and so many different perspectives that you've never, ever had before about this. I promise you that.
Now, look, the only thing we can't do is put on the background music like you had on a minute ago.
Right. Oh.
When he was on his phone, we were jamming like Ed Sheeran and just talking about how, just the lyrics of different songs. I really wish we could just play that back on repeat.
I wish you could too.
Can't do it.
Yeah, right.
But honestly, that conversation about what it really means to be a man in today's society.
Yes.
When you talk about if you're not overly machismo, not puff your chest out, want to fight in the club type of dude, you're perceived as soft or possibly batting for a different team. Or even not, up to par. So when you sit down and actually jam to some Ed Sheeran, they're like, "Oh, he's a diamond in the rough. That's out of the ordinary."
Right.
You looking at a black Ed Sheeran right here.
Hey, listen, that is a factual thing right there, my baby boss. I'm just connecting everybody. Listen, we all getting in the sauce. All right. That's some true statements right there, right? And we're gonna touch a whole lot of different things here and there. But something right there that you just hit on was Ed Sheeran as we get this thing cracking, though.
Mm-hmm.
I think about how people really assume that because you are a certain, it's all right, I got your boss. Look, we just getting this thing started, y'all good. How people just assume. I told y'all this is this is not going to be a show that you are expecting to have expectations about. How how we're gonna do things, right? I'm literally gonna talk about however. That's why it's Larry Live, right? You are live. You're watching Larry as he go live. No pun intended. But anyway, this is the name. This is what we're gonna happen. But the Ed Sheeran situation we're talking about, and I also want to put this out there. I do have ADHD, and I wear that proudly. For a long time, that was something that I was ashamed to wear, but I wear it proudly. That's a superpower. I'm okay with it. I won't change it. And that's what gives me, this unlimited amount of energy to really change the world, right?
Yeah. I mean, okay, so I'm of a certain age. I'll be knocking on 40 this year. I remember when it wasn't okay for men to talk about being depressed.
Right.
Right. I come from a family that suffers from depression. I suffer from depression sometimes. I'm still not necessarily 100% comfortable talking about it, but I've been working it into my standard conversation. But, when I heard songs like, Thinking Out Loud from Ed Sheeran, and I just pulled up the Wikipedia real quick, so we
Young Ed.
Look at man, this
dope black thoughts. Look at Ed getting his placement.
Now, look, I'm not screen sharing, but we can go ahead and share that screen, though.
Okay. Hey, listen,
might as well. I mean, why not?
Yes.
Just so people can just see what we're talking about.
You know what? I tell you, listen, we definitely gonna have a lot of interesting topics on that behalf. But
Go ahead.
For the most part, I'm gonna really just be on a tangent. I'm gonna rant about multiple topics, multiple things. This is the intro, man. Like, really enjoy this, right? And buckle yourself. Because, buckle in because I am going to be dropping different notes right there. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get this thing cracking. Then here, first thing today, man, I want to talk about a plethora of things, man. You know what I mean? The first topic I want to talk about is Tim Tebow, right? First off, this man Tim Tebow just got an opportunity to play football after being out for 6 years. Now, listen to me. Everybody is cool with Timmy, young Timo, young Timinator, Tim about it, Tim down under. He cool people, man of faith, as they say, right? But the issue that we have is the fact that it's blatant why Tim Tebow got an opportunity, right? And the opportunity is Mr. Tebow himself is not of African-American origin. So let's think about this. If you was a black man and you were not, think about this. Let's just run it back one more time. If you were a black man and you did not play a sport for 6 years because you got kicked out of it basically because the lack of talent that you didn't possess, and then you told them you want to come in and play another position. You went from quarterback to tight end. And these are the type of things we like, wait. And you got a job? And we up here talking about Kaepernick not having a job? Wait. I mean, I got it. You know what? This is what I'm going to do for y'all. I'm going to start getting like a special button or something, right? So whenever like a little buzzer, bam, or something, we got to come up with it. If y'all can come up with something for me, we'll go about it that way. But like, listen, man, this is crazy. And this is what we mean by systemic racism, right? We're tying this because I'm a political figure. I told y'all I'm the LeBron James of politics. So whenever y'all come here, what you're going to get from me is nothing but pure, like raw information from a form that has really been filtered through a person who's been seeing it all, I guess you could say. You know, I came from Mississippi. You know, we could go specific. Montrose, Mississippi, right? A town of 96 people. Right. And what we do is look, 96, right? And people wonder, like, how do you come about? How did you make it out? Right. And the name of the game is not how do you make it out? It's really about your foundation of optimism. Right. It's the foundation of optimism. You got to have that foundation of optimism or you won't make it anywhere. Right. But back to what I was saying, more of the Tebow situation. Let's think about the Kaepernick, and I'm gonna keep going on because I told y'all this is Larry live. There's no stipulations in this game. What I talk about is whatever I feel, man. You know what I mean? Whatever I feel, and what I feel is this right here. The tangent that the situation is how Kaepernick, who we know for a fact deserve a job. I'm gonna tell you, this is debatable to y'all, and you can hate all you want to, throw your side all you want to. If that man had enough time, he probably would be in the top quarterbacks right now or the past 5 years. He would have been in the top. So anyway, like I said, it doesn't matter. The name of me is to spit the raw truth. And the raw truth is that we all know the game of politics and they playing in the NFL, even though they tell us all the time, there's no politics in NFL. How in the world? Look, right? Do you
I got a question about Kaepernick.
Oh, go ahead.
On Kaepernick in particular.
Okay, go ahead, boss. I ain't want to cut you off, but Larry Live is about a rant. But go ahead.
Oh no, my bad. I know you was on a rant. On the Kaepernick tip, though, the argument, the counterpoint has been, "Oh, Kaepernick's a bum. Kaepernick ain't all that." But he just came off a Super Bowl game.
Well, all right, they're talking about the postseason, right? And what he did was he was hurt 6 games and he wasn't 6 games. And they blamed the fact that he did not do something successful on a broken team that had many injuries, many people that retired, and a lot of people traded from their team. And everybody just tried to put it on a microscope that he did not have the ability when he had no talent, but yet he still was one of the most efficient players of that time if you go back statistically. So the things that people always try to do, they try to use the popular narratives. And that's where they fall short. Yeah. Right, because you use popular narratives, and that's easy to find a hole in.
And so, no, I'm definitely not arguing.
Oh, no, of course not, boss. Of course not.
My point is, they're saying, oh, this guy, he was in the he just came from a Super Bowl and somehow he's a bum.
Right.
Somehow he's no
bum
good.
bum.
He was no good.
Right.
But if Kaepernick was a bum, how many bums did you have in the NFL? And how many bums did you still have? Out? You did not. I mean, we're in Denver. We had a bum right here.
Yeah, a few of them things. Yeah, I'm like broccoli. You know what I mean? That boy broccoli, right? But either or, right? You know, what I've learned throughout these processes, man, is that we already know the systemic situations that at hand. So what are we gonna do about it? We're gonna cry over spilled milk, or we're gonna get active? And for me, I say I'm gonna cry about my milk because I spilled it while I'm getting active over it. I'm getting tired of people telling me you can't be emotional, right? That's that same supremacy-based emotional toxic masculinity that flourished, right? I get it. For a long time, I was like, toxic masculinity. Why do people even have conversations saying that stuff? Because it's trendy, and I hate hearing it, right? But the reality is they exist. And the reality is we have to identify where it is identifiable and really put it on a pedestal where we can understand how to really fix it, right? And that's the name of the game. But either or, Larry live. Do y'all see that background? I just want to touch that background real quick. Yeah, just to show y'all that this is live, right? Look at that background. You know what I mean?
That's 3D.
Huh? Y'all see those lights? You see those city lights? That is not a green screen, for the record. If you out there checking out, because I know y'all be out there just wondering, is that a green screen? But that is not the green screen. We're gonna have a lot going on, different type of things going on, but another subject to blah, 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 blah. Look at me talking all. Anyway, another major subject that I want to talk about is that what we need to do moving forward as a community, right? I see a lot of activists in our community here, and I say our community because I'm a part of this community, whether y'all want me to be or not. Whether you want me to be or not, I'm here, and I'm playing an important role. Whether y'all want me to be here or not, it doesn't matter. I'm a do me. I'm a servant. My goal have always been be the most influential servant of all time. You know what I mean? And that's going to continue to be the goal. So I just want to say this right here. You know, when I do put my hand out there, when I do reach out to the people to let them know that I'm here to help them, or what can I do to help them, right? Their ideal of help is always a handout. Well, I am here for a handout. Actually, that's the crazy thing about it. But yet, people don't want to feel like that you'll get more recognition that they would get with this, right? So the thing about it for me is it's a unified thing. We need to stop being in this mindset of competition, right? It's about cooperation, right? That's the name of the game. That's the hack, the great hack of America, the great hack of life, the great hack of social construct is understanding that it's not about individuality. You can be an individual in your own individualistic ways, but the nature of standing out is collectivism. If you're not doing things to be a precise painting on this big picture of society, then what you need to do is hold your opinions to yourself. If you're trying to be a stain on society, you need to hold your opinions to yourself. You hear what I'm saying? Amen. That's the name of the game of life, right? And for us, one moment as I take this moment, my brother, I ain't gonna lie, you were still. I didn't know if you was on your live or not. I'm letting my guy know that he was still on live. I saw you were looking at. Okay, yeah. I didn't want to interrupt. I told y'all this is live. Y'all thought we were playing. Y'all thought we were making it up. Oh wow. Y'all thought. Listen, even y'all getting the live interaction. See, my peeps right here don't get to see it all. But either or, this is how we doing it. We're changing the game, but. What was I talking about? Everything under the sun, because that's what I do. I talk about everything under the sun. We make things happen. But either or, this is what Larry Live is about. It's about a tangent. I'm going to be about this one time. I'm going to talk about that one time. I'm going to talk about something else one time. That's just the name of the game. That's just what I do. That's just how I roll with this thing, man. But you're going to get a lot of information. You're going to get a different perspective. And one thing that you're also going to get is you're going to get a perspective unlike anybody else. You're going to get a very unique perspective. And we're going to talk about different things. Let me tell y'all this interesting conversation I was talking about earlier. Listen, this is about to press some buttons. Y'all better listen. I'm coming out with a bang. This is not Larry who has to talk about Baba. No, right? I'm gonna keep it PG-13, but I'm gonna keep it real though. Let me tell y'all something that people don't talk about in the community that a lot of people would say is taboo, right? Understanding the N-word. Understanding the N-word is very vital to society. And a lot of times people don't understand how you need to understand the N-word. Well, we need to read a book about it. We need to go to a class about it. No, you don't need to do all that to understand the N-word. You got friends, you got people of color, aka black people more specifically, that you know. So, but when it comes to this N-word, this is what you all need to know. You think a black person could just walk up to another black person and say N-word and everybody is all happy, right? It's all happy chappy. You think it's just okay, right? That's what people think. People think that they be like, well, he said in the music, or he said, well, I'll tell you this. If you think it's that easy, ask another person, a black person, if they can walk up to another black person, just call them, then they don't know them that. If they don't even know them, right? If y'all think the music is so popular and you could just say it all lolly dolly, we like the party on this side of town, go over there and try that and tell me what you get, right? These are things I'm trying to get y'all to understand. I told you I'm going to be provocative. I don't care what nobody think about me. I'm a grinder. I'm changing the community. I'm putting my footprint in the community deeper than anybody could even imagine. Everybody got their opinions of me. But guess what? Those opinions of me doesn't matter because I'm putting in the work and I can say these things. I got my own legs to stand on. Nobody gave me a chair to sit in. You know what I mean? So back to what I was saying. So we got to understand these things. These are vital things in the community. I say things in the community exactly. Let me ask you this question. I don't know if the people out there, I know we only got like a half a person watching right now, but it's all right. Either or. What do you currently see right here? Can you see this visuals? Let me get that. I need to know that. I'm doing this live and we making it live and we making this interactive. This is not, I told y'all, you're not about to get anything that you've already had before. Then what's the point of me even being here, right? If y'all want the same regurgitated type person coming and presenting you information, you're in the wrong spot, right? You're in the wrong spot. This is the first episode and we dropping bombs, jewels. I told y'all I'm going to get like that button to go, the sound effects. Anytime I say something crazy or, you know what I mean, something catchy, we just go hit it with the, we're going to just be exploding on y'all, man. Hey, this is not a game. But anyway, back to what I was saying. You can't just say the N-word. I told you I got ADHD. This is y'all got to understand what I mean by that. I'll jump around like a party, house party. Then I go back and get me a cup of drink, right? I was already trying to get me a drink. Jumped to the house party, danced a little bit. Then I was like, oh, yeah, I forgot I was trying to give me a drink. That's what ADHD is about. But anyway, back to this. You can't just say that to anybody. So y'all need to get that out your skeleton. Get it out your skeleton. You know what I mean? But I can't just walk up to anybody on the street. Hey, what up, my N-word? What the? Well, I don't even know you. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. So don't come around my house. Don't come around your posse. Don't come around nobody that you don't know personally dropping things such as that. I'm giving y'all jewels of the Nile in the simplest form. In the simplest form. You can go read Tallahassee Coates, Tallahassee Coates, Tallahassee, Florida, however you say his name. You can go read his books. You can read William Darity. You can read all these people's books. And the only thing they're going to tell you is what I'm telling you right now in layman terms. You want sophisticated understanding about things? Politics ain't even sophisticated. They put it in sophisticated terms so you won't read it, so you won't be a part about it, right? But the name of it, you can really read it, and it's the simplest things you've ever read in your life, like a law. Hey, you can't cross the street. It literally be that simple. So with that being said, the name of the game for us is this. We're going to be active. We're going to talk about things that you need to know. We're going to say it in a way that people have never said it before. And we're going to keep pressing those issues of understanding. And I'm going to let y'all know, rather people of my age group, not of my age group understand what I'm saying, the next generation understand it. And the generation that I'm in, which is currently a millennial, understand it in the way that they know how to process the information. So for anybody who feel like they're not a part of the generation of understanding, and when I present this information to you, guess what? I'm here to break it down in a simple form for you so you can say that I understand what the millennials are feeling, or you can understand how the next generation is going to go, or you will understand. You know what I mean? Um, but I just want to tell you this right here also. Not only am I here to create a larger platform for things that people don't really get a lot of attention on, but I'm also here to highlight a lot of stuff that are important to me, like the recovery community, right? I'm going to tell y'all a little bit about me, get y'all a little bit more in depth of the person that y'all getting to talk to right now, right? Who is Larry Thompson here on Larry Live? I'll talk about everything under the sun, but let me let you know who I am as Larry Thompson. I'm from Mississippi. You know what I mean? I am from Mississippi. And being from Mississippi, I have this interesting perspective of life. I have this understanding that things can be extreme, but yet with extreme time doesn't necessarily have to create an extreme person, right? The nature of it all doesn't mean you have to fall that way. So what I've learned throughout this history, I've been working through nonprofits. I've traveled the whole southeast portion of America. That was really the places I was bound to the most, the southeast parts of America, right? And I really had done a whole lot of nonprofit work. So with my work of nonprofit, traveling to these different places, I've really understood the perspective of the minority. That's why I created my own nonprofit, Minority Lenses. Y'all can look that up as well. And what we're here to do is create institutions that can funnel our people and when I say our people, anybody who have the like-minded thoughts, who have the will, who have the optimism within them to make a change. We're here to funnel them into opportunities, right? That's what Minority Lens is. Literally, you're magnifying the opportunity of those who usually don't get their identity and their thought processes put on a bigger screen. And how do we do that, right? And that's through the action. So that's what I'm all about. Y'all are here really witnessing an opportunity, something that big that we starting off here. Sorry about that. Let me get this thing going. Oh, give me a little second. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Y'all know me trying to get everything together here. But yes, that's exactly how we are here. Understanding where I'm from, understanding where I'm going. Perfecto. President. See, a lot of people, when I even have my goal, I tell people that I'm running for president of the United States of America in 2028. They'd be like, why aren't you doing this? Or why aren't you doing that? And the name of the game ain't why I'm not doing it the way you want me to do it. It's because I do it the way I want to do it. And that's what y'all going to learn, right? Not only y'all going to learn that I am a high energy player, I'm a very intelligent person. I'm very emotionally intelligent. And not only do I possess these type of intelligence, but I also possess self-education. So I'm able to understand the things that I read and I dissect with a different type of perspective, not a socially constructed engineer education type process. Anyway, that's how I feel. All right. And a little bit more about me as well. I came here to Colorado. I've been back and forth to Colorado for about 5-6 years. I've been living here now, going on 2 years now. Right. I've been pivoted here for 2 years, but I've been back and forth here, Colorado, for about 5-6 years, ever since I got my first internship with NSBE, with National Society of Black Engineers. And what that did was they brought me an opportunity to, visit a new city, right? Visit a place that was so alien to where I'm from that, it would really give me a new culture shock, because I'm a person who's quite eclectic and I love to study different cultures. I love to learn about different people. Jean Palais Francois, me tunde plecodo. So just understand that. You know what I mean? So yes, I do speak a little French in there. So don't sleep, right? I'm quite a eclectic person, but I learned that, but I knew that Denver was a different breed for me. So we came out here and now we're here. And what I see is an opportunity to continue to change the landscape. Like I said, like the activist community, right? I hope all is well. I hope we all, take up arms and really start connecting and really vibing together and really start fixing things. Because right now, you know what I mean? Who are we to stand on our own feet? I don't care who get recognized. I don't care what kind of trophies you get. I don't care what kind of awards you get. I don't care what kind of acknowledgement you get. If you do not do it as a unified team, all that is in vain, because one person can't be that instrumental in changing the nature of a whole, a culture of young people that we're trying to. And let me tell y'all something else. A lot of times people try to change the culture of things, right? But the ALB is that the representatives or the ambassador for change aren't appealing to the people that they're trying to appeal to. You know what I mean? It's like let me send this old black man into here to tell these young black men what to do. Okay, good luck. Good luck. Ask them how much, even though they grandpa is wise and out their ways, ask them how much of their grandpa they listening to, right? And apply it to everyday life compared to their peers, right? They hear their grandpa and they take L's from it, right? Whereas when you go to your peers, you take L's and you still keep taking them L's because you think your peers know because y'all experiencing the same thing. You know what I mean? So this is Larry Live, man. We with Dope Black Thoughts TV, DBT Network. Y'all sleeping, man. We're about to do a lot of things. We're gonna have a lot of people. Like I told you, we're gonna do. I'm here to do my tangent. I'm here to tell you what I feel. I'm here to say what I say. If you are involved with it, if you enjoy it, that's good. If you're not, that's okay. It doesn't matter. My job is to create the content, put it out there for you all to check it out, dissect it, get it into your subconscious, whatever consciousness that you have available. I'm here to jump in there and really change the thoughts. And we won't be this late all the time. Probably would. I prefer this late, actually, to be honest with you. But I don't know if my colleagues do. So we don't know if we're going to be that late all the time. But this is what it's about. This is what it's all about. Having a platform to be able to speak. Yeah, you can definitely join. This is what it's all about. Making sure that what we get done is done. Speak our piece. Tangent, go on my rants when I go on my rants. Bag back. And give me 50 feet. We're ready for that. But yes, we in here.
Is that good?
No.
Hey, man, first of all, apologies for jumping into the rant. That was Kevin Cox stepping on toes.
No, brother, never toe stepping, man.
No, but
it was our first go. We constructing it. But that's why I like this rawness of this opportunity, though. Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, 100%.
Step-by-step process.
That's one of the beautiful things about Dope Black Thoughts is we come from so many different backgrounds. And, it's actually kind of comforting to hear a strong accent. Sometimes I get comfortable and my little accent comes out and people are like, hold up.
Yeah.
I heard that. My wife be like, oh yeah, the bumpkin came out. I'm like, hey, it is what it is.
I love it.
What it is.
I love being tied to home though.
Yeah,
right?
It's being tied to home. And sometimes, things make you feel like home. And sometimes it's crazy because sometimes it's something negative that you feel like home.
Ooh.
Like when something when violence is popping off. You're kind of like, I remember this violence.
Yeah.
And that's not what's up. Like I'm not glorifying that. It's just kind of some of the things that feel like home are different to different people.
Yes. The relatability. Yes.
Think about that, man. Because so many people that come from privileged backgrounds.
Yes.
What feels like home is like marble floors. A fireplace crack.
Right.
The butler brought them a warm milk.
Right. Laundry being folded at the foot of their bed.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They never picked up their dirty clothes. And some people, what feels like home is they go into that same house. And they cleaned that up.
Yes.
They picked up those dirty clothes because their mama was the housekeeper.
Yes. That's real. That's a home that's, ooh, man.
It still goes on to this day. That's what's kind of crazy about it because that sounds like some old slavery days stuff.
That's that PTSD that I talk about, right? You know what I mean? Like, earlier, like we have so many of these situations where the traumatic things are like ingrained into our minds where we think it's okay, right? Like such as relating home to oppressive or depressive states of mind, right?
Yep.
Right. Like man, like when you're bored, man, they just like back home, right? It's like, wow, right? And those type of things create a distance for home.
Or when you see your people getting in trouble.
Oh.
Ooh. So, so I was just talking about the criminal justice system. Because you ever watch any of these prison channels, like on YouTube, where people talk about what it's like being locked up, being, catching charges,
I have. I like lockdown. I used to watch that all the time. Like, they used to have like lockdown Japan, lockdown, Istanbul. Hey, listen, Nepal. Like I was watching it all.
First of all, you should be glad to be in America but at the same time, we incarcerate more people per capita than any other country in the world. We are the world capital of incarceration.
Period.
That's a fact.
Facto, pacto.
So that's first things first. And then second of all, black people are, per capita most likely to be incarcerated. So America is just one of the best jailers of black people.
Oh, yes.
So we're still running this trade.
Slave trade, the biggest slave trade in the world.
But so I was just thinking about like what goes on in Colorado in the criminal justice system versus what goes on in Texas in the criminal justice system.
That's an interesting perspective, and that's an interesting comparison.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure you've heard some crazy stuff in Mississippi about what goes on. I've heard some crazy stuff about Louisiana, Angola.
Angola, yeah. I definitely, Lil Boosie, that's something that he talked about that heavy. You know what I mean? Mississippi just had Jay-Z and them to come down to try to set that lawsuit against the prison. I don't know if you
I did not
see that. Yeah, man, we had to have a big prison reform situation to go down.
Look it up, man.
So that was interesting, very interesting situation.
I'm here for it because, first of all, because we get into this on DBT all the time.
Yeah.
Jay-Z, GOAT? Nah. Who's the GOAT?
Woo, man! Listen,
okay. Let's rephrase it. Not GOAT. Who's the best rapper? Of all time.
Ooh, best
or at
rapper.
least top 5.
All right, my top 5 when it comes to best rappers. Oh, see, I'm different though. See, the reason why I choose the way I choose is not necessarily off of can you rap fast or can you have this punchline, right? Can you can your sound be a sound that attracts me? And not only can your sound be a sound that attracts me, but is that sound, transcendent? Like, can I hear that 10 years from now and I like
that's
that?
A big one.
You know what I mean?
That's a really
so sometimes I may not like the artist as a person, right? But yet they still possess that top 5 quality, right? So my number 1, of course, is Drake.
Drake.
Hands down.
Hands down.
I mean, when you got so many awards, it's almost because you got so many. When you got every award and you got more awards than anybody else.
Is it the awards that makes them the greatest?
Because I mean, that's the only statistical, tangible thing that you can put up there, metric, right?
Okay, but look, we're black though. 1350. 13% of America's population is black, and 50% of the murders are committed by black people.
But the thing about it is, what's pushed
statistics.
Right.
That's specifically a white supremacist narrative. And if I go by the statistics, black people are more dangerous innately. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So if I apply that just going off, I'm not saying that I don't believe in statistics. I believe in statistics, but what I mean is numbers can be used to represent anything. So here's the next question I would have about Drake receiving so many awards. Did he deserve all those awards? Was he the safe choice for these white people led organizations?
Well,
to say I'm
only reason why I couldn't say that is because he won black. He won black awards.
He won black awards too.
Many of them,
of course.
Most of them, when he was trying to push to win awards. So it's like, unless Kendrick Lamar was popular at the time, you know what I mean?
Kendrick,
but see, Kendrick is number 2. You know what I mean?
Okay, I like that because I was going to ask you about this.
And J. Cole, my number 4.
4.
Yeah, I put Jay-Z at number 3.
Jay-Z 3.
And I put
I got a question. Why is Kendrick above Cole?
Because for Cole is more of a I like Cole, but his flow is really consistently the same one.
Yes, sir.
And his sound is consistently the same one.
Yep.
And though I do like people remaining them, there's it's okay. Develop. Development means remaining you while developing a sound.
Now, you and I
don't change your
created
sound.
Music in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen yourself have vastly different styles on different tracks?
Yes. Very much, because each track tells a different story, right? If you look at it the way it is, but a lot of times people J. Cole, he try to he's intentional about his, right? Remaining to his sound, to his style. But all artists on that level find a sound and remain, consistent with that. So people like him, I'll be like, That's why I put him at 4. Really ain't in the top 5, but he a top 5 because he in my generation.
Now look, Marcus ain't here for this conversation, but Marcus is a big proponent of Andre 3000.
Oh my gosh!
Right?
How did I?
Exactly.
Whoa! Let me redo that.
We were having this conversation one time over drinks, and
you know
what? It got heated because I'm super big on Biggie, right? You know, I'm old, right? I'm super big on Biggie. But exactly, but it's like where do you have him? I don't know. I can rank them against each other. I can't necessarily give you a top 5 list per se, but when he dropped Andre 3 Stacks in it, I'm like, oh man, you just disrupted the whole apple cart right there.
Like that make you have to really consider like so many different other facets to it. You know what I mean? And it's like, okay, now it's like, whoa.
So then it becomes a question of what is the metric? I don't go
exactly right.
I don't go off of awards.
Let's think about this. Well, I mean, it's a combination of awards because Andre have won plenty of awards.
Yeah, I mean, he's won
plenty of awards. A whole lot of them.
So how about this? Let me look up.
Because think about this.
What rappers won the most awards?
Right, Drake. But
is it Drake?
Yeah, but I say this. The thing about it is that if you win more awards, you're gonna get a larger platform to be able to get a larger reach.
Also, what level of Jay-Z look like he's number 1?
Drake got the most Grammys. 1998, 1 on the Billboard Top 200. Interesting.
Is Kanye West in your top 5?
Yes.
Top 5?
Yes.
Where was he at?
He was number 1 before 2 years ago.
What happened 2 years ago?
He fell off, man, with his type of thought process. A lot of people like, he's woke. You know, a lot of black men specifically because he wasn't following party politics, which I get in that retrospect. But in the essence of what he be trying to do sometimes, I'm like, chill out. And he's too powerful. His platform is too powerful for him to be unorchestrated with his moves.
Hey, that man started a church. He said, "Y'all ain't gonna let me do my politics thing. I'm gonna start a church on y'all boys."
He said, "I'm going to
the foundation of power,
or the foundation that which created your power. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah,
your constitution.
Yeah,
you know, so called. Well, don't get me on that too, because I go in on that too.
I'm here for the conversation. That's kind of where my mind's going. But look.
Yes.
When you win a certain amount of awards, there is a certain level of social programming that comes along with saying this person is coming for the next award and should be up for the next award. And what? Drake didn't win this one? They may not even gave that album a second listen. I'm not taking anything away from Drake.
I'll say this.
And I'll say this. I haven't even listened to all of Drake's albums.
I say this. If you press play on it, you'll see why he win an award.
It's going to jam. I'm not going to.
No. It's not the fact that it's going to jam. It's just timeless. Like when you hear
timeless,
you go play. If you're reading this, it's too late. This about what 5-6 years ago.
Yeah,
and you'll play that thing like it's now. Like you'll jam those songs. Like
that is a good.
And you can even take care. You can press play on his album. Take care. Songs now will jam. No, not.
What do you think it is that? What quality makes a track especially in hip hop makes a track timeless?
Well, first off, the construct of it, right? Meaning like the sound that it produced, the feeling that it produced.
I was kind of thinking it might have been like the lack of hard instruments, like tangible instruments. Do you think that has something to play with it? That it's so electronic that you can't really date it?
Yes, because that's why acoustical things and ballads are forever, right? Like you can do a ballad from 1980 and still listen to it now, and it still rock you and feel you the same way because those timeless of the technology of that era.
But you can set your even virtual compressors or amplifiers, modifiers to the sonic signal to a certain setting that'll sound like the 70s.
Well, this the thing about it though is it sounds like the 70s though, but like the 808 type additives and stuff like that gives it that time zone. Like you look at the beats that Lil Wayne was rapping on in Dedication 3 or the Drought 3, right? And now listen to beats now, right? Like you play those type of different beats.
I mean, honestly, I think it's production is
right.
Is the dark horse of all these successful artists.
Period.
All these
By
successful
far.
artists, and I'm not trying to take anything away from Drake, but
I mean,
super producers are a thing, and they made that terminology for a reason.
well, the thing about it is,
There's a secret sauce.
So is his producer the one? Because Noah 40.
This is kind of where I was gonna go. I was gonna kind of go this route a little bit.
But the sound is it though. You can't. The person's sound that they create.
The next thing I was gonna talk about. Drake's voice. Because I remember I've talked to you a lot about your voice, right?
Yeah, right.
You know, and I hate my voice. I think pretty much everybody hates their voice.
I do. I hate boy.
God, I hate my voice. I think you got a great
turn
voice.
this camera off. Man.
Right? I hate my
hear
voice.
me.
You know, but a certain voice is appealing to more people.
Right. I'm aware of that.
Certain voices are more appealing. A man's voice is more appealing to different women depending on their ovulation cycle.
Right. That's
you know,
a fact.
this is scientifically proven,
That's
and
a fact.
women will tell you directly. Just being a 6'7", 280-pound black man, you know, when I walk up to a female and my voice is in its high pitched mode as it is right now, as I've been up all day. If I wake up in the morning, people probably sound like you. But you know, if I'm in this mode right here, they just double take, see the disappointment wash over their face and all that. But I talked to people about that when I did a little bit of music. I was like, man, I don't feel like I have the voice. I said, no. Your voice is perfect for production.
Yeah.
I think Drake has a voice that's perfect for production. So does Weezy. There's a certain range.
Right.
It's perfect for production. So he doesn't really have to say much. Stay on beat, have a rhyme at the end of it.
But
I'm not saying he can't rap. I'm not saying that.
The way he create like simple, like the way he used complex thinking in the simplest form.
That's very true.
Right. Like he simplified things. He simplified your feelings.
Very true.
He simplified your feelings into words.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what makes his music timeless. Not just the sound of that's producing, but the story that's being told is a combinational thing and having all these attributes. Let me tell you this. You can't be the GOAT of something without having all the time, like
official GOAT for you. Official GOAT.
Yes, now because it was Kanye West.
Okay. I see your vibes though. I see your vibes, and that's a good list. The way you put that list together, that's a good list. You got,
but I got Dre. Now you put Andre 3 stacks, so now
just throwing them out.
You know, he number 2. He my number 2. Then it's Kendrick.
But see, then
it'll be Jay. Then it'll be Cole.
So Kendrick, Cole, and Jay-Z, lyricists. To me, more lyricists. To me, J. Cole,
well,
more of a.
Depending on how we want to say, what we mean more awake lyricists.
What do you mean?
Like, because Drake is just as great as a lyricist as one of those.
I said, I don't know his catalog like that.
Okay. Like,
but I'm just saying, like the style of artist. But like when I think about Kanye, Drake, and Jay-Z, there's a way higher production quality.
That's what I look for, though.
There we go. I was wondering where the metrics were.
I look for great production. I look for, what the feel you come from that artist and what that artist say.
I'm always looking for the secret sauce, because everybody has their opinions on, because it's art.
Yeah,
you can't tell me what
There's
picture
no
was
real
better than
test.
me.
Yeah, that.
And actually, this picture won more awards, Kevin.
Huh? But he said more awards. But I say this right here. That production, now in 2021 don't mean much because
everybody's up there now.
Yes, everybody using the same.
It's out to the masses.
Producers.
It's out to the masses. Oh, I know.
The same sound beat, and the beats are so simple.
Yeah.
So.
Well, see, now it's okay to go completely weird on stuff.
It is.
Like I said, there's been so many hits, and I can't even remember them anymore, but there's been so many hits where I'm like, I made that exact track 15 years ago while my mom was watching TV, and I'm listening on these little cheap speakers, and I deleted it because nobody will fool with it.
Right.
10 years later, Weezy hops on it or somebody else hops on it, and they go platinum.
And that's crazy about the times, right? What time?
I used to make CDs and sell them to people, or try to sell them to people, and people wouldn't buy them. They'd be like, "It's so different. It's kind of weird."
get the windows.
No, man. If you can step out, it's all good. Yeah, man. We're gonna let Larry step out real quick, but I think this is a really good conversation to think about when we think about our favorite artists. Like, is it the production that's setting the artist apart? Is it the actual lyrics that you're hearing? Is it the tonality? Is it their actual individual voice that they have, or just the way that they say their words? Because two people could have the same exact lyrics on a song, and the way they say them differently could be the difference between a Billboard Top 200 versus a #1 hit for an entire summer. And 9 times out of 10, when you dumb it down a little bit and spread it out a little bit, take a few more words out and add a few more choruses, a few more hooks, and make it a little bit more melodic, you're more likely to be a #1 hit. Also shorten the song, because Americans have shorter, or I'm not just gonna say Americans, we have shorter attention spans nowadays. That's actually a decent conversation to talk about when we bring Larry back, because I saw a film study about shots in film. Okay, it was a study of film, not just a film study like I'm looking at film, but they talked about the length of time that in a movie, a TV show, or any sort of a video production, the length of time before you switch from one scene to the next scene, and those times got shorter and shorter and shorter, and you see the change. You see the change if you watch a breakdown of it over the years, over a 10-year period, a 20-year period, especially when you go back further into the 50s and 60s. So what I was bringing up was all those different facets that we have of what makes your artist your favorite artist.
Yes.
The production, your individual voice, your lyrics one, but we know two people could have the same lyrics and they can say them two different ways. Mm-hmm. So what I just
get a different feel from.
So what I just said was, you could be the same quality artist with the same lyrics, with the same song, same production, same voice, but one person says a few less words, spaces it out, has a little bit more musicality to it, and shortens the song, and that could be a #1 song for the whole summer. Mm-hmm. And someone else have everything else, leave a few more words in, or even possibly be a little bit more complex with more meanings, more double, triple entendres, and be a better artist and be in the top 200.
Right.
As opposed to
or 2000.
Right.
Yeah, right.
If that.
Right. Wale is a perfect example of that, right?
Yeah. Talib Kweli, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, all those Mos Def and Jay Electronica.
Absolutely.
People like that. And what I've learned there is that, being too much is a problem, right? Yeah. Like being overcomplicated, just like being too simple.
Absolutely, 100%.
So
I just think about that because we're talking about how we rank people, and it's sometimes it's like apples and oranges to me. Mm-hmm. When we're ranking people, it's like the only thing that's in common is that it's considered rap. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes is Andre 3000 a rapper? Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Like he did drop Hey Ya.
Yeah, right.
Right. He did drop Hey Ya.
A lot of what you mean, Miss Jackson?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Miss. Yeah, I mean, we all heard.
Bombs over Jackson. Baghdad.
That is so different. That was so. Will I Am.
Right.
Will I Am. I mean, I remember being a Black Eyed Peas fan when it wasn't cool to be a Black Eyed Peas fan.
Right. Good old Nelly Furtado.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Hey,
I was jamming Black Eyed Peas when they were still jigging with Macy Gray.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
take it back like a vertebrae.
Yeah, they found Macy Gray before Fergie. What?
Fergalicious definitions make the go loco. Hey, don't make me turn up. Don't make me a Ferg turn up.
But look, I mean. Look, I want to give you all the space you need for
to wrap it up
just talking about in general with Larry Live, man. I'm just here, as support. And honestly, if I have something to talk about, I'll shoot you a text, and maybe I need to hop on. We could, hop on virtually. Having guests and whatnot. So I mean, people in the community, if you're watching this after the fact, nobody on live right now, but
right.
If you're watching after the fact. I think we need to get to the point where we have people call in.
You know what? Let's do that. As a matter of fact, that's gonna be that can be the hack. That can be the hack.
Yeah.
We can do a call-in type show on Larry Live.
Yeah.
We have people call in and talk to me on live. I love that, boss. As a matter of fact,
we knew that.
How about we don't make this the first one and people just get that little intro, but we redo it. And,
absolutely.
You know what I mean? And give it the element and have somebody.
You can't be on the first one and say don't make it the first one. This is episode 0.
This is episode
0.
Behind the scenes. Look, this is
the beta.
This is the BTS. Yeah, this is, you know what I mean? Because I love the quality and I love the output and I love, you know what I mean, the interaction, you know what I mean? I felt like, you know, we got up to 7 at one point, so that was good. And I think I should shorten it a little bit.
Dude, I've seen episodes of DBT Live where it'll be like 4 people watching and it gets like, 900 views in a few weeks.
Right. And, you know, I know for a fact that, you know, we can get some on that behalf. You know, I didn't want to go out shooting this, you know, too roughly at this point.
And then throw that out there on the ground.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely
on the ground.
Definitely, I'm on the ground right now.
But you know, I like the idea of these live shows.
Oh, you can go ahead and end that, boss.
Absolutely, okay. Cool. Well, I mean, so we want to say to the people to wrap it up. You know, I mean, we can't just click this off. We got loyal watchers. If you're 51 minutes and 30 seconds into this video, we can't just disrespect you like that and just click in broadcast.
Well, I mean, all right, this is how we're going to end it. Listen, this is not McDonald's or Burger King, but you can have it your way if you really set your mind to it.
That's facts. That sounds like a dope black thought to me. You're on the wrong show, Larry.
Listen, we right. Y'all know, that's that young people stuff y'all ain't ready for.
Hey, thank y'all for tuning in.
Hey, I tell you this, boss.